Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Linden Brownley.
Thank you, Reg. Just like to thank Miles, also the chairman, Jim Walker, for inviting me to be back here this year. Good to see familiar faces around the place, and I look forward to catching up with some of you and meeting you throughout these next 3 days of this forum that brings together people in this industry that I hope in time and in future you'd be able to make some great lasting relationships and to work towards a common goal within this sector. Just before, we're going to do something a little different this year, and before I do, I suppose just a little something that I would like to share with you all, especially for those of you who do not know. Welcome to countries are very important, and I've said this time and time before, but if you're new here, welcome to country is basically, the essence of it is to bring people together, not to push you away. That is really what a welcome to country, the aim of it, is to bring people together. And now that we share this country with non-Aboriginal people together as Australians, I'd just like to reiterate that it's not to push you away. And if that is the message that has come across in Welcome to Countries that you may have been present at in the past, prior to this one here today, let me tell you this now, that the goal of it is to actually bring you together with us as a community so that we can work together, because we live together in this place. I guess as we look across the world and we see a lot of conflict, a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of fear out there, in the world. And I'd like to point out that one thing that a Welcome to Country does is that it dispels fear. Because it starts and it begins a dialogue between people. And I do hope that after this Welcome to Country, I hope that you will feel as though that this will give you the ability to be able to begin a dialogue with Aboriginal people. Something that Reg mentioned a little earlier on was the work that we've done previously with Linus. I'd just like to point out that through the efforts of the Northern Star executive team, Stuart Tonkin and his team, we've been able to employ a little over 30 local Aboriginal men and women at Northern Star's KCGM operations. Now that is something that a referendum could not do. That is something that voting yes could not do, but saying yes. That's what saying yes to working together, that's what it has done in this community. It has given us the opportunity, those of us Aboriginal people working in this space, and in particular in this sector, we have been able to employ, in partnership with companies like Northern Star, we've been able to employ young Aboriginal men and women. And when you consider that the median age of Aboriginal Australia is 24 years, we have a very young population. However, saying yes to partnerships and real and meaningful relationships has enabled us to be able to employ roughly Aboriginal men and women between the ages of 18 and 35 in this respective region, in this town, in the city in particular. Saying yes to working with us has been able to allow young Aboriginal men and women to be able to rent, to be able to put food on their table, to be able to send their children to school. You see, Malcolm Fraser said that reconciliation is achievable not only through symbolic gestures, but through practical outcomes. So one of the things that I'd love to also reiterate here today, despite the failed referendum in our country, I'd like to think that there were good intentions on both sides. However, what we've been able to provide here is a practical solution. And you will find that working with Aboriginal-owned businesses and companies will be able to help us to be able to achieve and close a lot of gaps within this country of ours. I'm not blaming you for anything, but if we live in this country together, this great country of ours, then we have a shared responsibility to be able to work towards achieving these goals. So I'd like to say thank you. Thank you to those companies who've worked with us. Thank you to the companies that have worked with Aboriginal-owned companies and businesses within the mining, civil construction industries, because you truly are making a difference in this space that no legislation over the last 10 to 15 to 20 years has been unable to achieve. So let us come together. Let us speak with each other. Let us hear each other. Let us talk together as we work towards a common goal. Like I said, those of you who are working in this space, I commend you, your efforts. Those of you who may have tried it once, don't stop there. Stand back up again. If you may have failed and faltered, let me encourage you that only should inspire us to be able to get up and to walk together into the future. So that's what Welcome to Countries does. It gives us an opportunity to be able to connect with people. Some people say, why do we need this? Well, because Aboriginal people, we've lived here for a very long time. We want to live in harmony with you. And like I said, if you have not felt that, if that is not the message that you've gotten across before, then I'd like to say we welcome you here. I hope that your time here is fruitful. I pray that you will build long-lasting, strong relationships into the future. And I'd just like to encourage you all to continue to say yes to those opportunities that come your way. This may be a hard space for you to work in, but we have the solutions if we work together. So I'm glad to see us all here sitting together. This is our old people's country here. This is our elders' land. However, we share it with you here today. You may have come here as strangers. Your old people may have come here as strangers, but now you are our friends. You are our companions. We can make this country a much better place for us to live in as long as we come together, as long as we join together as one. Thank you for having me. And like I said, we're going to do something different. I'm just going to quickly call over here my mum and my youngest brother. I've got 4 of them. I don't know why God made me the shortest, but I guess you had to have a laugh. But we're going to do something different. We're going to sing a welcome song in our language, and I hope that you enjoy it. Once again, thank you to Miles and Jim Walker and the rest of the team, the Diggers and Dealers team, for having us here. We thank you, and we look forward to speaking with you, catching up with you over these next few days. So this is just a short song in our language that we'd love to sing for you. This is my mum, Marcia. Some people said, "Oh, is that your sister?" I said, "Nah, that's my mum." I said, "That's my mum." And my youngest brother, Tyrone. We won't take up any more of your time, but I hope you enjoy the song. I'll just get a drink of water if that's all right. Thank you. Too much talking.
Munga garudu
Dilinu Gabi bulgana balanu Yabu garu baludu nungu Waljawan garingu Ngabangayulu bukulba Balu gududu yunungu Mama God gu gadana Kudu maya da Munga garudu dilinu Gabi bulkana balanu Yabu garu baludu nungu Waljawan garingu Ngabangayulu bugulba Balu gududu yunungu Mama God gu gadana Kudu maya da. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Linden, Martha and Tyrone. That was lovely. Thank you. I'd like to invite Forum Chairman Mr. Jim Walker to provide the opening address. Thanks, Jim.
Good morning and welcome to Kalgoorlie Boulder for the 33rd Annual Diggers and Dealers Mining Forum. Thank you, Linden, and your family for your very passionate welcome to country. I look forward to your address every year, and I know plenty of other regular attendees feel the same way, and no doubt a fair few new attendees will feel the same way as well too. The local community welcomes us each year to make it possible to deliver the largest annual mining forum in Australia. Thank you to the City of Kalgoorlie Boulder and Mayor Glenn Wilson, who cannot be with us this morning, for all the assistance you give us, and we look forward to working with you with your team long into the future. It is my honour and privilege to open this event, and I am confident that the presentations and discussions will ensure the continued success of the growth of our industry. It would not be possible to run an event like this of the magnitude without supportive partners. We are fortunate to have sponsors who have been helpful contributors to this event for many years. More than 2,600 delegates will attend the forum this year, a mixture of familiar faces who have built successful careers and future leaders who are just starting their journey. This career journey always begins with good education and training. Our industry isn't just about extracting resources. It's about nurturing talent and providing opportunities. Investing in education and training ensures the mining sector continues to grow. Two organisations that share our values on the importance of education and employment are the Clontarf Foundation and the Core Learning Foundation. Right across Australia, the Clontarf Foundation is keeping young Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander men coming to school through a passion for sport. While attending school in Clontarf academies, these young men develop the values, skills and abilities that will assist them to transition into meaningful employment and achieve better life outcomes. At the event this year, these students are helping each morning to direct the crowd. So please say hello and have discussions with these young men about the benefits of working in our industry when they finish school. If you are interested in supporting the Clontarf Foundation, Partnerships Manager Doug Harris is at the event to assist you. The Core Learning Foundation approach equips students with STEM skills needed to tackle current problems and prepares them for careers in the resources industry. If you are interested in supporting the foundation or just want to learn more about CORE, then please discuss with Chair and Co-founder Christian Price or Executive Partnerships Officer Jacoby Herringer over the next 3 days. As an industry, we understand the need to give back, not only for a social licence to operate, but because we know it is the right thing to do. We live in an incredibly fortunate country, so it is incumbent upon us to use our good fortune to lift those around us. The mining industry is a cornerstone for the Australian economy. It contributes significantly to our national GDP and is a vital source of employment. In Western Australia, mining is the driving force behind our prosperity. Our mineral deposits have attracted investment, created jobs and supported communities. As we gather here, let's celebrate the immense value our industry brings to both the state and the nation.